You can. I had a generous viewer last episode donate a fairly substantial amount of bits and requested that I switch to the real measurement system, so I obliged. So, yeah. Fahrenheit, miles per hour, pounds, liters fine. Imperial. See, just that easy. Now we're back to what I remember, what I'm used to. So, yeah, what's this thing's capacity? 30 capacity, and it is torso strapped, 40% coverage, 30 encumbrance when full. I want leather backpacks as my preference. So, 30% coverage, 25 when full. Yeah, either way, it's not going to make a big difference for me. I'm going to stick with the traditional backpack. I need to ditch the messenger bag. We'll eventually find hiking packs or better ones anyway. Alright, I don't see anything else I really care about here, so I don't want to spend a lot of time in here. This is meant to be a quick peek for folks that insisted that I come visit the LMOE. I am going to spend a little bit of time just standing still, actually. I guess I could work on something instead of just standing still. Let's pass just a little bit of time in here. Let's go butcher the blanket. Yeah, let's go butcher a blanket. Get me 59 rags, and let's make some makeshift bandages. No, not 50. Let's just do 5 at a time. 45 whole seconds. Just put it down. So, that got us to what percent? 25%. Oh, do it again. Do it again. Do it again. We're probably just short now. 83%. Keep doing it. Did we make it? We made it. Alright, we're at tailoring 1! Yay! So I was just standing there making makeshift bandages out of the rags we got from butchering the blanket. So we've got 30 makeshift bandages, which I've got a first aid kit. We've got some gauze and a regular bandage, so I'm not going to bother picking up that makeshift stuff. We'll leave that there. I mainly just wanted to do it for the opportunity to get tailoring up. Then we can do a strap. Nope, still can't do a strap. Do I need like rifles 1 to do a strap? I forget. There, it has some kind of a requirement that I don't meet yet, apparently. Yeah, first aid kits are containers now. They hold stuff. When you highlight it, it shows you what the container contains, and or if you highlight the item, it'll highlight the container it's in. So right there, it's showing that that item is inside the first aid kit box. Or if I highlight the kit box, it shows which items are specifically inside it. Or I can press this key and switch to the other view mode for inventory, where you can see the messenger bag has these items. Clean water contains clean water. First aid kit has the specific items. There's different ways you can view the information depending on your preference and what you're trying to do. Another thing you can do that I get a lot of questions, or I see a lot of questions about, is let's say you have a primary storage solution. You want everything you pick up to go into your backpack. You want it to stop putting things inside your pants, which then causes you to slow down and so on. The way to do it is just go highlight the IR, go to the inventory menu, bring the item up. There's an option here, Pocket Auto Pickup Settings. Go down to Pocket Auto Pickup Settings, and then there's a priority number. Just press P for priority, assign it a number. The highest number gets the best or highest priority. So if you have a duffel bag you want everything to go into, then put your duffel bag on priority 10, for example. Then put your backpack at 5 and put your pants at 1, or however you want to organize it, but it'll then add items that you pick up per the priority settings of your various containers. That way you don't keep stuffing everything you randomly pick up into your pockets, which then increases your leg encumbrance, which then slows you down. So, go crazy. I've heard the whitelist stuff doesn't work real well. Whitelist, blacklist stuff. I have no idea. I've never used it. I never plan to use it. I also likely never plan to use the priority system. But more power to you folks that want to dive into the minutia and deal with it. So here's one I'm going to be doing I guess I'll explain another thing while we're here, because I need to pass some time anyway. Here is something I think a lot of people don't understand or know is a possibility in the game. And I'll be doing a quick tip on it this weekend and posting it, because it's pretty cool and it's not real obvious. So hopefully you know about the zones system. You can press Y or capital Y to bring up the zones manager, then A to add. And I've done a video on this in the past in my quick tip series or university. I forget which. It was a long time ago when it was first set up. There's a lot more options on this list now. It's a lot bigger, largely in response to people needing it or using it for the faction camp, the NPC faction camp system. So a lot of these choices are helpful for doing that kind of stuff. But here's something that you can do that is not obvious, but you know, could be helpful for you hoarder types or folks doing a lot of construction. So you select your zone type. Oh, here's the situation. Let's say I want to disassemble everything right here. So let's, oops. Come on, cursor. Let's drag this stuff off of there. All right, let's say I wanted that wood. I wanted to disassemble all this stuff. So you do Shift-Y, Shift-A, go to Construction Blueprint, and then highlight this first one, Deconstruct Furniture. Don't stress that it's not lit up. Just pick it. Name it. Then set your zone borders. So first point, last point. Save it. And then you press the O key, the capital O, to start the deal. There you go. You have deconstructed a room of stuff in a few key presses, and without you having to manually go pick each one and go through the menus and so on. So then, of course, you can bring up the thing again, and you can say remove it, and it's all gone. So, like I said, I'll be quick tipping this one. It's one I've seen and noticed a few times. You don't usually see me using any of the zone stuff, so... But I think a certain part of the community has no idea it's possible and would benefit from it. It's one of those kind of hidden features that I think people would benefit from a quick tip on. So there's other things you can do within that menu. I'll let you guys explore all the other possibilities in here. But because it's kind of hidden in the Construction Blueprint menu, I figured a quick tip would be good. The rest of them, you guys go crazy. I'm not going to be making a video on all this other stuff. But notice you can also do a vehicle deconstruct zone to tear down vehicles and so on. Oh, there's all sorts of zones. I forget them all. I don't use any of this stuff because I just don't. But go crazy. But that one's kind of hidden, so I figured I'd bring it to everybody's attention. But that'll save you some time. Okay, so it is now 10:52. We let some time go by. We got our tailoring up to 1. Yay us. I don't need any of that material. So were we staying here, I mean, it'd be nice to collect all these nails and planks and wooden panels and burn them in the fire or craft with them or do whatever. But yeah, there you go. Yes, zones can be bound to vehicle containers. I have a video on that. Go watch the quick tips. Checking through chat back again. Why not wear the hard hat? It has no downsides. I like the look of my creamy dome. Makes my head sweat. What's that green thing next to the tanks? I don't remember the name of it. It's a metal... oh, it's a broken generator. That's the busted generator. And the answer is no, you cannot get that working. It is not something you will be able to get working. The only electricity that's possible in the game is player vehicle crafted electricity. Uh-oh, Hat War. Hat War's kicked off. Let me know the results. Oh, I guess we can wear it if you insist. Currently there is no downside. It doesn't affect anything else, so... And it has medium block ability. I can wield it and get medium block ability. That's the most important stat right there. Yeah, man, I just don't like the look. That does not give me a feeling of Judge Fred. I do not feel like Judge Fred with that hat on. We're going to have to find something a little more appropriate. Okay, let's turn the flashlight off. I've been burning a lot of battery for not much good reason. Let's pop back upstairs, listen for a short bit. We don't hear anybody moving around. We might get spotted when we open the door here if the guys are still just outside. Hopefully they've wandered off by now. So notice the arrows just to my left and right around the edges. That means there's a slope there, so we can walk up the slope to get to the roof of this. So we step on it, up arrow, we're on the roof of the shelter. Now, whoa, that's weird looking. Huh, yeah, that's kind of weird looking. Now, you can see how much further we can see because of the increased height and the addition of the binoculars. So yeah, looks like we've either got two megacities and a little forest entry divide here. It could be that this is a map chunk border, that this is where the overworld map chunk separates, and we have two different city map chunks here. Or it could be a randomly generated little buffer zone between the cities. I don't know. So there's a bit of a commercial industrial district in the middle of that section. We couldn't see far enough here to gain much more distance than we had earlier. That goes a little further, but not a whole bunch. But you can see it does extend over quite a bit. So I think my earlier premise of just going straight south is still going to hold. So we're gonna follow that same guidance. Overmap coordinates on the bottom right. Not on my screen currently. I can't see them. You guys can probably see them. My window's slightly bigger than the monitor space that I have when I'm playing in windowed mode, so I can't see the extreme bottom edge of my game window. That's what I assumed was going on, though. Alright, so we got little red dots nearby. Hey there, little red dots. The red dots aren't moving. Brainless zombie. Uh-oh, runner zombie. Now it's a little more interesting. Who killed? Oh, that's the one zombie I killed. Yeah, this is a little ugly. I'm going to end up with zombies in the vehicle. I was hoping they would have moved away a little bit. I could try to just play Ring Around the Rosie. I'm worried about that zombie up here trying to come get me this way, and he ends up in the vehicle. I got to do a little bit of running around to clear mostly the runner zombie out of the way. I could just dive back downstairs and wait a little bit longer and see if they change their positions. That would be the safe play. Yeah, let's demonstrate that. Let's do that for now. That'll be a little safer than me trying to dance around up here. So we'll just dive back down. We'll just wait another 5 minutes. I could wait all day down here. The true safe play would just be to stay down here until nighttime, or to live here. That would be the really most correct play. If you're a newer player, definitely take advantage of the LMOE, but I'm not interested in doing that. Oh, let's just let 30 minutes go by and we'll see how things look. Alright, what's changed? Yeah, that's good enough. I'm not sure where the runner's at. He'll pop out from behind a tree. Whoa! Somebody's been taking care of business. Did the zombies kill the wolves? And then the wolf, the last living wolf, ran off? Any gear? Headlamp? Hot pants? Nothing I care too much about. So we had a little bit of wolf on zombie action. Let's close the door, close the trunk. There's the runner. See, watch how far this good runner gets with me just trying to move into the driver's seat. He might make it in the vehicle before I can actually get this thing moving. Oh, he's going to make it in. Hopefully he goes this side to try to get to me and not this side. Alright. I got the other zombie in the door. Of course I did. Alright. Good thing's driving. We might get hit a couple of times here, but I got to get out of the area. So that's the danger, and as I talked about earlier, of trying to move while in a vehicle. It makes the zombies look super, super fast because it's so expensive, action point, movement point wise, to move a space. What the hell? Did that zombie step back out of the vehicle? Do I have a frame here? I do. I'm not sure how that guy... I expected him to drive along with me. Alright, well that makes my life a lot easier. Alright, slow down. We got plenty of power, so we're not worried about battery power. That'll get me where I need to go. And or we'll crash and burn long before we burn that up. Where to? I think it's the same plan. I'm just going to drive straight south as far as I can. I'm hoping to get to a point where we find kind of a border area between residential and commercial industrial. I want to get into that kind of an area, then somehow manage to find a building that we can get into quietly enough to set up a base. And it's going to be hard. We're going to get chased so much, we could die. So I could very easily continue this just by staying in the LMOE until nightfall, then running or driving down in the dark. That would be the smartest play by far, but not as interesting tactically for me and challenge-wise for me. And educational for the new folks that are watching. What happened to the Hat War? What was the results? I'm not sure if we're on hat on or hat off currently. Somebody's going to need to figure that out for me. I got no time to verify or count those. More dead. Look at all these dead zombies. Good job, wolves. Man, they've been cutting a swath. We got a Glock on the ground. A saddle. I'm only going to take stuff I can hold in my own inventory. I anticipate having to bail out of the vehicle and get running fast, not being able to... Ooh, rollerblades. Rollerblades. I haven't done a rollerblade run in forever. That's something I haven't really taken advantage of. 4-1 victory for the hat off. Really? 4-1? Evanesco, Evanesco. Oh, I guess it is. We're really over. Alright, there you go. Creamy Dome time. Let's head on into the city. So, this is a terrible vehicle to be smashing into things. Oh, zombie children. The roads are fairly cluttered. How is the durability on the front of this vehicle? Pretty bad. And that's gonna get that's gonna get dropped out real fast. If I start smashing into things, An extra light frame, quarter panel, damaged quarter panel, and the motor, that's all going to disappear real quick. So we might not get as far into this city as I was hoping before this vehicle stops working. This is not a good setup for zombies to try to slalom my way through. Might try to come through to here, an angle over this way. Oh, that's right into that big group of kids and feral humans. They're all going to start coming this way when they spot me, so this is all going to close off. I think I'm just going to have to power my way through here. Try to pick the point of least damage and try to not hit things with the compartment that has the motor in it. So you, right now, are lined up exactly with my motor space. I can't have that. Or I can, if I get lucky. These guys are going to come diagonally over as well. This is already clear and closing up. Yeah, we're gonna kick the speed up. I'm gonna try to shimmy slightly. And then back again. There we go. I think I minimized it. I don't think I hit him on the space that was important. Alright. I'm also looking for opportunities. That's a good looking bicycle. I am tempted, but let's not bail out of a working vehicle to get a bike. So, slow down. Go around the bike, and hopefully... Ah, damn it. They're on the sidewalk. I'm just trying to avoid direct strikes on the front of the vehicle if I can. And letting hitchhikers hop on. I don't mind side striking them, turning into them when I'm passing them, that's fine. What are those feral humans? They're, you know how in the Walking Dead show you can kind of make yourself all stinky and walk among the undead? That's what they are. They're whisperers, depending on how much you know about the Walking Dead. So, they're humans that, I don't know the rationale behind them. Functionally, they are human enough that they can open doors, they can throw things at you. Those are their main features or functions, I think. They're basically zombies that can open doors and toss stuff your way. We do have the library here. Do we... I can't carry enough books right now. I don't think I can take advantage of the library. Yeah, they do have the option, or the possibility of crowbars. It's not guaranteed. Oh, leather duster! Leather duster! Clean leather duster! I'm gonna get so tempted by things that we drive past, and I just can't afford to stop. I gotta get to the area I want to get to, then start looking around. Otherwise, this will take forever. Don't turn. Power right through. Now turn. Armored car. I would be willing to swap vehicles. Armored car, no wheels. But we can't take advantage of that. So I do want to keep my eye open. Like I said, this is a tissue paper vehicle. It'll break real easy. Yeah, it's kind of weird that the feral human's clothing counts as clean. You would think that would not be the case. Coming up on the library. Keep moving. I'm not going to even look at the houses nearby or what items are in the area, because I just... Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Glass shards. Is it only glass shards? Alright. Our engine's still good. No! No! Ooh, thank goodness. Wonder why they're having a problem hitchhiking in that space. Oh, did I lose a wheel? I think I lost a... Oh, no, one space back from the wheel. Alright. Yeah, this thing's just going to come apart like crazy. Good times. Now, what I don't want to do is overshoot the residential area. I'm going to probably keep going at least that far. The binocs in the daylight should start filling in further down as we get closer. So let's keep going. That one we killed when it tried to hitchhike. Zombie dog. Try to ride the sidewalk here. Damn it. Yeah, it's weird the way they're behaving with that space on the side of the vehicle when they try to hitchhike. I'm not sure what's happening there. Okay, all I'm finding so far is more residential. No turrets or anything. Still more residential. I'm thinking, do we turn? We go west? I'm about to hit a T intersection here. I'm going to have to make a turn. I could do an emergency turn right now to the west. Go down this way. Cemetery's not going to help. Finding an apartment tower would also be good down this direction. Just to run up to the top of the apartment tower and get a good look around with the binocs. Only one I see anywhere remotely nearby is way the hell up here, though. I think I would rather turn now, where I know the turn is clean, than wait for that next intersection. So let's do that. Another thing to consider is, in this kind of a driving situation, if I get to a spot where the zombie population is pretty light, that would be a good place to bail. Uh-oh. 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 What do I see? Who else can see what I see at this zoom level? Sure hope I'm right at what I'm seeing. I haven't zoomed in yet to verify, but I'm pretty confident. Something that might make me stop briefly. Radio tower, the X. That's a radio station, not a tower. You don't generally get radio towers inside the city. Atomic lamp, I wish. I would definitely stop for an atomic lamp. That is an amazing item that's well worth stopping for. No, up here. That's it. Fitted, clean rollerblades. Oh, man. And the Boyer's Buddy Book. That's tempting there. We might make a brief stop. Notice I got very few zombies nearby, so we've hit a nice, fairly clear spot. These guys are going to come this way, but none of them are fast. So I can very easily hit the brakes, stop, move up this way. These guys will curve that direction. Grab the skates, check the house, and then I can roll out the backside or roll out this side and then come back to the car. So this would be a perfect opportunity to do it. So we're going to do it. We're going to take advantage of the option. So we're going to hit S for the parking brake. That brings us to immediate halt. Stop driving. I'm going to stay in run or in walk mode because these guys, like I said, I'm not concerned about. They're all slow. I can walk around them easily. So I think I'm going to lead them up this way. As always, you want to consider the zombies' actions. They're going to follow me. So if I just went straight this way and grabbed it, they'd come up behind me, and then I'd have to deal with them coming out. I'm going to go up this way instead. Try to go in through this window, so these all get dragged up this direction. Anything else that has seen me is going to also fairly radically relocate. That way I can go into the cover of the house, grab whatever I might need, and then hit this on my way back out to my car. Assuming we don't have runners or anything up here that all of a sudden get in my grill. Okay, so the kitchen's to the north of me. I'm going to sweep up. I think this wraps around here so I can go this way and then come down. I'm not 100% on that. I might have to come back down this hallway, which will be a little inconvenient, but worst case, I go out and then around and down the alleyway. We'll take a look. Hey, kitchen, what you got? Anything I care about? I haven't upgraded my knife. No steak knife? I like the steak knife. 25 butchering, 12 cut. I guess I'm not going to worry about it. It's not critical. Save the few points of movement for it. We will grab some fresh fruit leathers and cat food and dog food. No thanks. What you got? Nothing useful. Ham radio. Oh. Damn it. I don't want a poor fit. Hiking boots? I gotta think about the hiking boots. Hiking boots and a back scabbard? Would Judge Fred have a back scabbard? What would Judge Fred have that would fit in a back scabbard? Think about that. What are we wearing for shoes? Sneakers, I think? Yep, sneakers. Let's ditch the sneakers. Throw on the boots. Fitted hiking boots. I'd like to butcher the leather skirts, but I don't think I'm in gather leather mode quite yet. We can wait on that. Does back scabbard fit guns? I don't think it's universal. Maximum item length 70 inches. I don't know. I haven't used a back scabbard in a while. I believe they fixed the knives holsters thing, but I couldn't say for certain. I see a lot of these. I'm not going to worry about it. The back scabbard's a pretty common drop item nowadays. Nothing there. Looks like I am going to have to go back down that hallway. But the zombies didn't follow me, which is curious. They got distracted by something else, apparently. Hey, we're going to get a free look at a basement. Ah, no! The nightmare begins! I was about to say, please no cockroaches. Oh well. It's the cockroach. Cockroach bad. Cockroach very bad. No gear, no protective items. Cockroaches are fast. They can mess you up, depending on your character. I got no abilities, no special stats, no special nothing, so there's not usually one cockroach. So he'll nibble me to death. Yeah. Another thing to be careful of nowadays is just turning on the flashlight. Some people might be tempted in this case to flip a flashlight on to get a look at the basement before they took off again. Here's the problem. Notice what's highlighted on the screen when I highlight the flashlight. It's actually in my backpack right now. So in order for me to flip it on, it's not an instant action. It's actually going to take several seconds to turn on the flashlight and then turn it off again. So, used to be, you could flip on the flashlight, flip it off, and it wouldn't roll any time, and you could do it for free, and it was nice and simple. Nowadays, you gotta be really careful, because if you're doing it near a turret, for example, you can turn a flashlight on, see the turret, and turn it off again without getting shot, if you have the flashlight actually in your hand being wielded. Because if it's anywhere else, you're going to take several seconds to actually do that action, and it will the turret will shoot you before you can get the flashlight turned back off again. So just be really cautious when you're playing around with the flashlight, especially if there's turrets involved, because you'll get yourself shot if you try that with the flashlight in any kind of container. So we're just going to go back out and hope we can get through this door before the nasty bug steps into the way. he tried. He got to the top of the stairs, but we managed to get the door closed, so we're safe now. Cockroaches are animals. They're not allowed to break things. They can't break doors, windows, and so on. So the solution to cockroaches or other animals is always just to get any kind of furniture between you and them. Doesn't matter what kind. It could be a closed window, could be a door, could be a car door, anything. And they can't do anything about it. Nothing in the garage. Let's turn on the flashlight here. Under the hood. I almost passed up under the hood. Good thing I flipped the flashlight on. That we definitely want, because we gotta build our Mega City motorcycle. So we're gonna need under the hood to get us started on that path. That was a good find. Okay, let's go get the important thing. Whoops! God damn it! That was bad on my part. If I'm not spotted, I'm gonna hide. Oh crap! The murder of crows is coming for me, and I am short on stamina. Oh boy. That thing is not hostile yet. He's fleeing. Hopefully he leaves me alone. Now the chipmunk went by. That's funny. Those are going to bring the zombies in. Alright, let's wait here. Alright, full stamina. Then we'll hop out the window and run for our car. Or we'll walk casually for our car until we have to run. Never run if you don't have to. Doesn't matter how close these guys are, as long as they don't get in the vehicle with me. This time I am going to run. I think I can get in before they can get to me. And we are away with our pair of pristine rollerblades. Yay us. Alright, so how far west do we want to go? If I cut here, we've got 2 intersections before we have to turn again. Still not seeing anything in particular that I find interesting or useful. Tow truck. So, now I gotta make the decision. Something caused some zombies to bleed down south along this road. I think I'm going to try to go west one more block. There's an ambulance there. We might or might not get an opportunity to stop into the hop into the ambulance. I like ambulances because they've got 2 ways in and out of that back bay. They make really good escape points. Oh crap, survivor zombie right on my ass. Yeah, we're not going to be able to stop for that. I don't want to tangle with a survivor zombie. He's one of the toughest ones here, we'll see at the start. So, he can be pretty rough. So, we're going to pass up that ambulance. I would have jumped in there and got it if it hadn't been for him showing up right on my tail. What do we see? Ooh. Ghouls? Yuck. Hopefully this is an indication, though. There's a bakery and a public art piece and the pool and the clothing store, so I think we're in the right direction. Fortunately, I'm still not seeing apartment towers we can take advantage of to get a good view. We just got pavilions. I'd kind of like to... well... I'd kind of like to duck south one more block and then go west some more. We got a clear south route. Yeah, let's go ahead and try it. Whoops. Oh boy. Alright, another decision point here. So here's another thing you want to keep an eye out, and I have to now make a decision about. Long fire truck with gear. So anytime you see one of these long fire trucks, check these containers in the backside, both sides. If you see anything in them like that, the little yellow indicator, exclamation point indicator, says there's items in that. Very, very high possibility for Halligan bars, long ropes, crowbars, things like that. So super useful things if you don't have access to them yet. The tricky part is how would I get a chance to check it without getting killed? So far, none of the enemies nearby are particularly dangerous. The shock one is the worst. They're all fairly slow, which is good. The trick is keeping them away from my vehicle while I then loop around to check the fire truck. I need them to keep me in... Oh, crap. No, it's not. I was hoping that we were in the commercial industrial district, but looks like we're still not. We just had some lucky spots. Construction site, that can also have some pretty good stuff, including a pristine excavator vehicle that we could drive around in that would have the engine crane that would make working on my motorcycle easier. I think I will keep going west one more block, then we'll cut south. We can get at least to there. But yeah, I'm still trying to find the non-residential section of this megacity. Got to be down here somewhere. So I think I'm going to try to do a quick turn. These guys can all see me. They're going to follow me. The problem is going to be I don't want them to swarm the car. So if I swivel around and then bail, I need to make sure they can see me when I bail up this way and they try to follow. I just don't want them near the vehicle. So we'll see if we can arrange that. It might happen. Let's go a little further south. Make sure they can all see me. Alright, we're going to stop here. I don't want to go further to the west because I'm just about in range of getting spotted by that crowd. I don't think they can see me. No, they can't see me yet. So we're going to bail out of the vehicle to the north, which is going to pull these guys. And they'll probably stack up on the side here, which is not terribly convenient. But if I can slip around, just step across, see this, and then run back, that'll work. We're going to check these vehicles nearby, too. Anything looking like it might work? That's a no. That's a no. I'm not going to try to drive a fire truck in a city. That's a maybe. It's kind of busted up. Broken security system's good. Faulty engine makes it a big maybe, though. So the hippie van is a possibility. I can't tell for sure until I get closer. This one... Working security system, which doesn't guarantee you can't drive it. It might have keys in the ignition, so don't always take this to mean that you can't use it. It's not a total 100% failure. Sometimes the keys are still in the ignition, and you can ignore the security system. Just a random chance, and you won't know until you try it. But the battery's futzed, so it's not likely that that's going to go anywhere. That cursor disappeared on me again. No wheel. This one I can't see in the shadow, so I can't check it. Alright, I already did these. So, nothing that looks like that I'm going to get to. That one would be a iffy. I'd have to have the keys. That's basically the same thing as what I'm in. Oh, the motor's gone, so that's a no also. Alright, so possibly the hippie van, but hopefully we don't have to worry about it. Alright, so we'll go run mode for the moment because I don't want them to relocate. Oh, wait. That's right. I got to stop driving. I don't want them to relocate too radically. And we're going to walk north while they pile up on the side of the vehicle. The important thing, again, is just to not have this surrounded when I try to run back around. So that's the consideration. That's the kind of math I'm doing in my head, or the geometry I'm doing in my head when I'm making decisions like this. I try to park in a spot where when I get out, I can guarantee the movement of the zombies is away from my vehicle. And they're easy to control, just understanding that they're always stupid, and they're going to move to the last known position I was in. So this should be a fairly easy one. I'm going to wrap around, check that item, come back again. I'll have to do a little dodging around the kid, but that'll be easy. And then this is a short enough distance that I'll be able to get back to my vehicle. So unless something radical changes here, ooh, I can check it from the inside, but that would take a massive amount of points. We're not going to do that. What do we got? So, pike pole, short sledgehammer, full sledgehammer, the fire axe. That's a really good one for us. So, fire axe has got 3 prying quality, so that solves our prying problem. It'll work just fine as a window opener or anything else we need prying, so we don't need a separate item for that now. Plus, it's actually a really effective early game weapon and even mid-late game weapon. I mean, I've done entire runs and used nothing but the fire axe as soon as I found it. So it's extremely good weapon. A little slow on the swing, but is very strong, so it's a really good one for us. So we're going to grab the fire axe. I don't care much about the sledgehammer, the pike pole. Shovel, not super important, so I think I'm just going to grab this one really important item, and we're going to take off out of here. Whoops. Oh, crap. Now I got a problem. I brought the gun with me. I'm going to have to make a decision. Gun or fire axe? So, It's definitely going to be fire axe. We're going to ditch the gun. I've only got 14 rounds for it. I'm going to find more of them later. I'm going to use it a hell of a lot less than I'm going to use the fire axe. So, ditch that. And give me the fire axe, please. Much more important. Take the mag, leave the gun. I'm not too worried about it. I know how to get guns and everything, so... And I use them so seldom in these kinds of runs, it's not really that critical for me. Probably not the typical player's early player's response or new player's response. They're going to be, oh, gun, big gun, must have. But just realize guns are not an end-all solution for all problems. Limited ammo. If you solve the ammo problem, you still have the problem of the noise getting you in worse trouble than the gun was supposed to get you out of. So you got to have some practice and some knowledge of the mechanics of the game and the consequences of making loud noises and what's going to happen when you do. So, in my opinion, guns get new players into more trouble than they get them out of. So, especially in a megacity environment like this, where the noise is going to travel quite a ways. Now, it's a little hard to demonstrate sometimes how the noise system works, especially in a megacity setting, because the way the noise rules are enforced in the game is so... I don't want to say inconsistent, it's just the zombies are easily distracted by other closer noises. So you could make a noise that's 300 volume loud, but a nearby zombie that has another zombie punching a fence might cause those two zombies to stay where they're at instead of coming to investigate the noise. So it's really hard to gauge exactly what the consequences are going to be. Sometimes you'll fire guns, damn near nothing will happen. There'll be no negative activity. Nothing comes towards you. Other times you fire a gun and all of a sudden it's wall-to-wall zombies coming at you from every direction. So just be aware that there are consequences possible. I'm familiar enough with the game. I know I'm going to get guns whenever I really want guns, and the chance that that gun is going to be usable for me in the near future is fairly low. Plus, I can't carry it effectively right now. I can't pick up other things, and I don't want to stockpile items in the vehicle because I suspect I'm going to have to bail out of it and just start sprinting away. I won't have time to pick up individual items that are too long for me to store into backpacks. So it's not yet the time to be accumulating long items like this. The fire axe, way more convenient, way more useful. I'll be using it tons compared to the gun. So it's a no-brainer for me. The fire axe is by far the better solution. So we're going to do that. We're going to leave the gun there. I could probably, depending on the circumstances here, I could probably go drop the axe in the vehicle and then come back and get the gun. So far, very little has come at me that I need to worry about. But I'm not going to bother. I can easily get guns elsewhere. Okay, this is the part where I need to sprint. So, like I said, I could easily at this point just drop the axe in the vehicle chair here and then work my way back and grab the gun, but not important to me right now. So we're going to sprint, make sure we get ahead of this guy so we can get the door closed. And I'm much, much happier with a fire axe. We can fight extremely effectively with it. It's a really powerful early game melee weapon. It's got the prying capability, so we can pry open doors and windows with no problem. Does not conduct electricity, so we can smash it into enemy shock zombies without zapping ourselves. And it's very durable. It's just a really, really powerful item. So, super happy we found it. Alright, let's continue going west. Suppressors, yeah. I mean, yes, it does lessen the noise, but not to a degree that you're going to notice any impact whatsoever. I mean, changing a gunshot from sound 250 noise to sound 150 noise is going to have absolutely zero impact on your tactical situation. It literally does nothing. So, in my personal opinion, gun mods are absolutely useless. People can feel free to argue with me and disagree with me, but other than utility mods like a strap, a few other types of items, the math that controls gun mods, the ones that affect sight and aim dispersion and so on, it uses nth dimensional voodoo mathematics and has consequences it doesn't report to you. So that, yes, the description says it does this, but what it doesn't say is by putting it on the gun, you have also then had a secondary consequence of making the gun heavier, which then has negative consequences for other stats. But that's not reported anywhere. It's not told to you anywhere. So by doing the thing you think is going to help you by X amount, you've gone and done X amount, but then minus Y amount in these other categories. And somebody could hand a fully modded, completely tricked out gun to a new player or even an old player, have them shoot it, give them a gun that's totally unmodified, have them shoot it. They'd never be able to tell reliably which one was which. You cannot tell from in-game use the effects of the gun mods. I mean, so they're gun porn. Have fun with them. If it RP-wise makes you happy, then go for it. But you're never going to be able to tell in-game that a particular gun that increased or decreased your sight dispersion by some small amount actually had any effect in your actual gameplay. The numbers are just too small and too weird and too counterintuitive and just doesn't work. So, alright, let's see. I need to avoid those guys who are going to throw rocks at me as I drive by. I'm probably not going to be able to, because I'm going to have to go north over them. I tell you what, let's do this instead. Before we get moving, well, let me take my break. We're about coming up on 3 hours in. Let me go get a drink real fast and stretch the legs. And when I get back, we will continue searching for the city center area type place. And see what we can do. Well, we're still alive. It's noon. Not had too many close problems so far. Hopefully that continues. So I'll be back with you guys here in just a short bit.